This is No Kizzy with Trizzy, hosted by Latrell McCoy. We talk about the greatness that's come out of Raleigh, North Carolina, whether it's sports, community, or business. We highlight successful stories of people that have made it happen for themselves and their families, and talk about what it took for them to become successful. No Kizzy.
Yo, welcome to another episode, Kizzy with Trizzy. And I got, two special guests. My dogs, Nemin and Jay Luns. This club shit, man, a lot of people, believe it or not, think, I seen it with both of y'all, like, they think it happened overnight. I just want y'all to talk a little bit about, like, the ups and downs of it, like, the beginning stage, you know what I'm saying?
What else you want to do?
13, I did my first sweep. Like, it ain't 16, but it was 13.
You was 13 years old?
13 years old. My peoples let me get the crib. We daggone made flyers, like handwritten flyers.
Right.
Made copies, printed them off. Colton had one first. And then I was like, you know what? Because my birthday is literally 30 days after his. So I was like, I'm going to do one too. And then it was like, oh, this it. I love this party thing. You know what I mean? And then it was like high school, we doing parties at barbershops because the clubs won't let us do no parties because obviously you're not drinking and we underage. So we selling waters and I don't know. That's like pretty much where it started at Riverside.
13, I'm just mind boggled at this point. All right.
And me, a lot of my guys, man, we started in 11th grade. It was kind of like the first party. We had a group that was like real popular in Durham. I feel like I've been telling this little story like a lot lately. That shit then got crazy. We started, it was called
What's UTS stand for?
Untouchables.
Okay.
Yeah. It was called UTS, and it was it grew real big. I'll never forget, we threw our first party. It was probably like 5 miles from Hillside. It was at like the AKA Center. And I think the shit got so crazy. Some girls in my class, I ain't gonna call them out because they might see this. And
Call them out. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah, we call them out.
I don't.
Call them out because I tell them this. I think it was Camille and motherfucking Glory. And I remember we was promoting, they was like, I ain't going to that shit. Y'all niggas throwing parties and shit like that. Next thing you know, the party got shut down because they shut it down.
What did they do to shut it
I don't
down?
think I've ever even quoted this like this before. AKA Center was built like a house. It's funny to even say. It was built like a house, and they knocked down one of the windows, and I guess somebody from the venue ended up finding out, and they came to us and we got to shut this down. Went a little left from there, but from there, man, I can't say we, but from there, I really ain't stopped. And it like progressed and to, like James said, out of high school, we got to where we was at now.
So when y'all started fucking each other?
We always been rocking with each other and keep it hot. You know what I mean?
Keep it hot.
And that's really where it formed.
Yeah. Before we even got close, it was like, who's this nigga? Like, it was a comment. So I was like, well, he got to be somebody because he doing what Sam. It's relatable,
Sure.
To a scenario when it ain't like a lot of people that you can relate to on type thing. So relationship with James clicked instantly. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had something to talk about. It was something to laugh about.
What would y'all tell like a young person that's like trying to get started in this shit? What would you say? How would you go about doing it?
It's kind of two different things that you could say with it, because I think when I started, it wasn't no social media. It wasn't necessarily a social media thing. So like you really had to get in the streets, or like the way it's done now is total opposite of how it was when we started. Like a lot of people today, they can throw a party off social media, but with no name, but I doubt could probably do it without a social media. When it first started, motherfuckers had to know you a little bit, because they'd be like, who is this throwing a party? But I probably would tell younger kids that it's a lot of things that we do that you don't see, you know what I mean?
Sure.
That it's same thing with sports. We used to hoop like if Trail was a said, that's where I met him first. You know what I mean? But same things with sports. The people that's like really good, they do a lot of shit that you don't see them doing. You know what I mean?
And then it just look easy
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I would say you would have to find you something because a lot of people like get discouraged because they think what works for another person should work for them. So I think you really should just find what works for you and perfect that, because what you trying to get out of it might not be the same thing as another person trying to get out of it.
Jay,
And
what you would tell them?
it's a grind. Anything that you want to be successful in definitely comes with a grind. The weird thing though is that like right now, you can hop on Instagram, we can shoot DMs and text people. But back in the day, we was like hand in hand with flyers, going to apartment complex, hit a whole apartment complex, hit the parking lot, daggone pull up the schools, flood all the cars with the flyers. And it was like introducing yourself. Hey, how you doing? I got a party this weekend. I want you to come out. You and your girls, like, it's on us. As soon as y'all get there, y'all can walk in with us. Like, it was that being outgoing or having that charisma and like being able to create that vibe, because it's all about energy at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
So
Your energy on 1,000, everybody gonna see that and then they gonna want to come. Like Marcus, for instance, when we do parties together, if I'm slacking or if he feel like we slacking, he be like, yo, I need that energy. I need that energy. That's really the formula for, us getting to where we are right now.
I don't know who came up with this R&B Wednesday shit. I want to know about that.
I gotta kind of credit Reckless. Reckless got the venue.
Right.
Shout out Rec, baby.
Got the venue, and he immediately called me, and I was kind of like, the deal that we got was like outrageous for promoters to get when you doing stuff. It was kind of like, I don't give a fuck if it won't work or not. We're gonna try this shit to see if it works, because if it fucking work, it's gonna hit. I told Rec I'll never forget it. He wanted to do hip hop, and I said, niggas do hip hop on Friday and Saturday. It's like, it's not gonna be an initiative to come on Wednesday, because it's kind of like club gonna feel like it feel Friday and Saturday. So I told him, I said, if we do it, we need to do some shit that niggas ain't doing. And then I was just living in, I think, DC at the time, and then I was kind of like studying out of town parties and shit like that work. And I was like, yo, we should do an R&B party. And then I was noticing that like in major cities, they go out during the week. Raleigh, Durham, and this area was such like a Friday, Saturday city. It was like niggas was just waiting on the weekend. If you weren't doing nothing, technically, them 2 days, it wasn't shit to do. And then I also was realizing like this area was growing like money-wise. A lot of motherfuckers was getting money. You could see it. It was obvious. So it was like, you going out during the week, you got to have a little bit of coin, because you're not necessarily a Friday, Saturday cat. So I was just like, yo, let's do R&B Wednesday. And it ended up turning into what it turned into. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would say Ray got the venue, but as far as in the name, I kind of said that with where we running with it right now. But there's a lot of people from the start that with us too. So whenever I talk about this, I never gonna forget, like Rose was actually with us right when we started, but Rose Bar wasn't open. You know what I mean? And when Rose Bar actually opened, he went to his way because he had to focus more on what he had to do with his own situation, and it wasn't a bad blood or nothing like that. And then Luns kind of came along, I want to say, a few months when the link, like before the link was about to close. I never forget it, because I remember when he hit me and I was like, we weren't really rocking with niggas on the party because we didn't really need nobody to add to it. So it was just like, I remember telling Rec, we're going to put Luns on. And then Luns came rocking with us from...
Started with my birthday.
Yeah, his birthday. He came rocking with us during the link. And then we took it to Solus, and pandemic hit. And then he was with us from Solus, so he rolled over in the high. You know what I mean?
Hey, shout out to B Rose too, by the way. Shout out to my OG B Rose, man.
Shout out to Rose.
Another question for both of y'all. Like with this shit, could y'all see yourself opening a club one day? How y'all feel about that situation? Out of everybody that promote, like y'all are like those guys come to this for real. Opening your own club can't do nothing but help. That's how I feel, honestly.
It has its pros and cons. But yes, it's in the works. You know what I'm saying? To have something soon. But I definitely feel like that's something that I want to do. Has been a goal. I don't necessarily say full out club for me though. Like I want food. Like I want like restaurant, bar, turn up, like atmosphere where you can get everything in one place. Like whether it's just a lounge or you just want to smoke hookah or you want to come turn up, get a section, pop bottles, or you want to get real good food and then go home early. So you can get like all aspects at one time. You know what I mean?
Marcus,
I think kinda that's probably the outside looking in. That's definitely what the goal you probably perceive. But that go back to what I said, what you would tell somebody younger, like do what work for you. You know what I mean? I think, of course, eventually I would want to, but I think what I got going on right now, a lot of people that I know that are owners, they ain't the happiest. The shit ain't sweet. Like it ain't like it's real life shit that come with being an owner. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't really know what it's like to like do an event week to week. You know what I mean? Like it's like
a lot of people
yeah,
don't.
yeah, like it's you excited about your big bang and then you wake up as an owner, I gotta be here next week. And you might not have more big bang in you. You might be drained out from your last week big bang. You get what I'm saying? So for me, of course, on the outside looking in, it might be like, yo, you need to own a club tomorrow. And for me, it's I ain't in no rush. I know what other people doing number-wise as an owner. I'm damn near competing with them weekly, and I don't even pay rent nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's I ain't necessarily forcing that. If you was to ask me, I would say I'd rather open a strip club before I was to open a 10 to 2 club, to be honest with, because the strip club you can be open with from 8 to 4 or 5 in the morning. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you do food, you can do hookah. Thing is, you can keep your doors open. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'd rather a strip club because say I got a popping party, after my party, I can send everybody to my after-hour spot or something like that. You know what I mean? So just to that nature, I want a club, but the politics and everything with this shit right now, like I ain't technically like in no rush with it.
Like for me, firsthand though, like I've been beside Brent. So I've been seeing him hands on every day, running the club, owning the club, and I see what he go through, like firsthand. Man, it's real deal. You think about it. You just went through COVID. Like a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people won't spending no money. Well, shout out to the PPP people because they came through and showed love. You know what I mean? But nah, it's real deal, man. And he put me in a position as well to also see what it's like to be a managing partner. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brent too.
Shout out to my dog Brent, man. So what's y'all had one like down, like what would you say the cons would be situation? In every situation, there's pros and cons. So
Man, I'm gonna let Marcus answer that because Marcus has had more relationships with owners than I can say that I have had.
I would say the main con probably, or it's not really like a main one, but I will say that a lot of these guys, they kind of like, sometimes relationships can like deter things, you know what I mean, with these situations. And if you're relying on somebody probably as an owner to make your thing go, and if things go left with that person and that person goes somewhere else, I've seen times nightclubs die down. You know what I mean? Because this person was the person that made it.
hold on. So you saying as the promoter, if you go somewhere,
Say, somebody could say, this place ain't popping and motherfucker don't
if
come through.
motherfucking Nemin Marcus ain't in there, I don't have to say that.
Nah.
That's what you meant to say.
Nah, because
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm fucking with you.
I won't try to go that far with that shit, but nah. Relationships is key as far as in good business, and then it's a lot of politics that you see as far as in like when I say that they don't see. You got ALE matters, you got fire marshal matters, you got a lot of stuff that's out of your control matters. You know what I mean? Things that you don't even have control over that could happen to you on that night. I've seen times a owner got tons of thousands of dollars aligned and bringing an artist, and you can't really tell the people that you can't open because such and such paperwork ain't right. But why you come run up on me the night I got this big artist to tell me my paperwork ain't right? You get what I'm saying?
Hold on, so somebody else will come and say that shit?
ALE, fire marshals,
Man,
different
all
things.
it takes is a call. Like,
Yeah,
That's
just now I've been a part of parties where that hate has happened though. We have a big party plan, and somebody on the other side will be like, you know what? They about to win tonight. Oh, we gonna call this people or somebody get them to show up and shut our stuff down. And all the people go to the other spot. Like, it's been happening for years though. It ain't nothing new. That's just a part of the game. You just gotta eat it, but it happens all the time.
That's wicked.
A lot of people get into this game, we gonna be honest, and they doing it to get females, and they think that's what come with it. But once they get into it, they see what you're really dealing with when you get into it. They probably don't even want to really deal with it that much. I ain't gonna say the party game just like the drug world or another kind of world, but it got its own layers of like things of surfaces that it be things going on that people don't even know. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers just keeping it copacetic. You get what I'm saying? One thing with me, I practice longevity and I respect longevity. So as far as in like the guys like Tex and Rose and like a lot of these guys like Cream, and even to Tim is in that era with them too, like a little bit. Like motherfuckers that's been doing this 10 plus years and shit like that, this shit is hard. You know what I mean? I'm blessed. I ain't got no job that I can wake up when I want to. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people are throwing parties, and it's not a great night every night. You get what I'm saying? Like we not gonna sugarcoat this and make you feel like motherfuckers is walking home with the damn jackpot every damn night. You know what I mean?
It damn sure look like it. I'm just be real with y'all. I'll be like, damn, them niggas.
I ain't gonna say, we've been blessed, but I'm just speaking of outside people.
We humble. Nigga trying to be humble in here.
You got your good days and your bad days.
Yeah,
like everything a wave. Catch that wave, you gonna ride that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then, sometimes you got your lows and you gotta revamp and make sure everybody get that energy. Like I was talking about earlier, you gotta get that energy back. Find out what that is for you guys, you know what I mean? So everybody different.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. No Kizzy. What's the wildest shit that happened a girl did to you in the club?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm single now.
She understands me.
Oh,
This was before you, anyway.
Oh man. I will say we've been doing this a long time when I say this. So when I say what I'm about to say, don't think this is who I am right now. Okay. But shout out Chris Neal. Chris Neal went to UNC.
Okay.
And in the beginning, I could test it when me and Brent, that's when we was around each other a lot during these days. Man, Jesus. We used to be in Franklin Street before we came to Raleigh.
Okay.
Before we came to Raleigh, we was in Chapel Hill. That's where the bar crawls, everything, all that. we was in Chapel Hill just like we in Raleigh right now. And during those days, I ain't gonna say we old, but we was a little bit younger. You know what I mean?
Right.
We was a little bit younger. And college days, and during them days right there, UNC party used to be real, real special. And I'm gonna keep it PG because my mama followed me on the gram. But
Yeah.
there's been times that things happen inside the club and you walk back inside the club. That's all I'm saying. Inside the club. That's all I'm saying.
Nemin, I can't believe you went out like that. So you had a threesome in the club. All right, that's a bet. We know.
Casamigos went out then, but it was the Hennessy during them days.
Definitely had a threesome off the Henny.
The hen, dog?
Yeah, Henny do something different.
It's crazy. I never really didn't fuck with the Henny like that.
Yeah, niggas was drinking Henny back then. We tequila now though.
So, what about you, Lance?
mean, you know, typical shit like titty, pussy all out, finger pop. Just crazy shit, man. Just being young, man. Like, you get older and then you start realizing that if a girl want to do that, you like, boy, get me away from her.
For sure.
Like, hell no. When you was younger, you just, wow, man. And I just keep it at that.
So basically, you telling us you had a threesome and then you was fingering a girl and then had her titties out and
going fast, going
Everything.
meat to meat.
I'm
Look, it's like,
fucking
no.
Everything. Everything.
All right, no Kizzy. I personally know y'all motherfuckers get tired of, hey yo, go get lunch. Hey, go get at the door.
Man.
Bro, I be back there looking. I be like, this shit is crazy.
But I ain't gonna front though. It's changed a lot because now we at a point where it's, man, everybody getting money. Bro, just pay to get in. I got bills. Like, people don't even be knowing. Marcus like, bro, we be having expenses.
I don't know why people don't know.
Like, yo, we be having to pay bills at the end of the night. Like, this shit ain't, we just think we just got the spot for free.
Hell yeah.
Like, nah. So pay. And then if you are on the guest list, you are an important person. You know what I'm saying? And you know that you on the guest list. So if you know you ain't on the guest list, then go ahead and just pay the dub. Like, it don't be outrageous, not unless you want to be superstar and get there at 1 o'clock. But you get there at a timely manner, just pay the dub.
Just pay the $20.
Pay the dub.
All right, damn.
Oh man.
You mean you don't want no input in this?
You can tell how big the party is on the day of. And
What you mean?
you hear from motherfuckers you ain't heard from since the third grade.
Yeah.
Oh, and then motherfuckers will hit you up mad aggressive, like, yo, you saw my car. Yeah, I ain't talked to you in 20 years.
Right.
Like everybody, the key word for, I think, 2021 for me was entitlement.
Yeah.
I think everybody I know, I don't know if it was the PPP loans. I don't know if it was the stimulus checks. I don't know if it was,
Everybody's a superstar.
I don't know what happened after this pandemic, but niggas that wanted to get in, that was just happy with paying 10, they were booth niggas now. Everybody was different. Everybody was different. And I would just say entitlement has gone real wild, and I blame social media that, because motherfuckers getting 800 to 1,100 likes now, and everybody acting different, and nobody can wait in line, and nobody can. It's just, yeah, I love it though, because I like seeing people who are better than themselves and start turning their lives up.
Is that better than yourself though?
Nah, but I can tell a motherfucker feeling themselves when they start acting different.
Everybody entitled to feel how they feel though.
Yeah, so
To a certain extent.
I was about to say,
To a certain extent.
I know no Kizzy with Trizzy, and I would pay to see him in my shoes with people at him.
I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I know him. He would not. He would be like,
that bitch high.
I could see him looking at this phone like, what she talk about? Like, I just couldn't imagine it. But I love it though. I love what come with it. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't about to down talk none of nobody or nothing like that. But it is funny just seeing. I've had somebody tell me I hate you or whatever, and then let it be a big popping party. The unblocked go from green to blue.
I hate this
I
message.
thought I was blocked. Like,
Yo, this the message I hate the day of the party. What you doing tonight?
ooh,
Come on, man. You know what the fuck I'm doing.
you the top 25 person in my story watcher, and you about to ask me, what am I doing? Girl, are you crazy? I'm about to hide you from my story. Crazy self.
Crazy tale self.
Crazy tale self, man.
All right, no Kizzy. What's y'all favorite city to party in all of America?
It's hard for you to ask me who I be.
Man, I lived in Atlanta for a while, so Atlanta was like that. Shout out to my guys, Lyric Shells, Ant, Corey. I learned a lot from them in the party game, but nevertheless, the A, nothing like the A. Like, you could do anything in there. They walk around in that motherfucker with cigarillos, and you buying cigarillos. They selling weed right down in the club, nigga. Like where you partying, hookah, you can hold your bottles. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the top tier moment for me, like living in Atlanta partying. But you can't not say Miami, because Miami the weather is always amazing. If you want to be on your boozy shit, you go to LA. You know what I'm saying? But people be sleeping on Houston, man. I really like Houston. Yo, I fucking love Houston.
Matter of fact, when P was there, bro. Oh my.
Like Houston is different, man. Like, cause you right on that border too, so you got the mix. Y'all know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, everything's bigger in Texas.
We talk about Houston. We're gonna have to do no Kizzy OnlyFans on that one.
Fucking weird.
We up, man. But I would say my best experiences have been in Miami, just because of one of my best friends, Wes.
Okay.
Like that's where a lot of
shout out to Wes.
Yeah, like that's
Winwood West.
Hey, look, my
Brickle West.
Right, he is everything Miami.
Yeah.
They might need to be his last name now. Shit, but that ass though. But yeah, I would say Miami for me, man. Like party wise, like it's the vibe from anything from hip hop to top 40 to Spanish night, like just all that shit. Like it's gonna be a vibe regardless. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead and tell them what you gonna say, man. You, man.
I don't even think it's a secret with me at this point.
I can't believe you ain't got no crib that year.
I'm there twice a shit.
Talking about Miami? This nigga you be in R&B on Wednesday and then Miami Thursday morning. I'm like,
I think
on a private flight to Miami, did you?
It's Miami for me for many different reasons, but from being here in North Carolina, and it's nothing against it, because you ask for what you're doing. If that's the case, you wouldn't do what you're doing. But I like going places where I ain't motherfucking Nemin. You know what I'm saying? And I can like really have a good time and not worry about if I threw up in the motherfucking club, it's on Instagram. Nemin was fucked up last night. Oh, you should have. If I wanted to kiss a girl in the club, I could do it. Or anything that doesn't revolve going viral in the RDU the next and being the motherfucking talk of the town for 2 days. I love it. I like nobody with clothes in Miami. The spots that we can go to in Miami with fucking a Nike fucking t-shirt and some shorts and be chilling. And we can smoke weed everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And the women are different.
Yo, Miami just for me, my dog Nigel, he down there now.
Shout out to Nigel.
Going wild. I talked to Pete yesterday, Nigel. I'm jealous. I will say that when you look at this.
Yeah.
But going down there, it's like new air. Like it just it's a motivational city too. For me, what I do this and it's so constant weekly, sometimes the RDU don't motivate me no more. You know what I mean? Or I need to go somewhere and see some shit to come back excited, steal some shit that they doing down there to bring back. I ain't gonna lie. Or just anything like that. Like Miami is the one city outside of Houston is what it was. I mean, what it is. But it had its heyday for a nigga like on the RDU when P be in there. But
right.
Miami for me, all day up and down, Brickell, City Center, you know what I mean, Wynwood, everything, yeah.
Right.
And Booby Trap.
Okay, Booby Trap. Yeah. Hey, and this is another thing that you need to fucking steal. Hey man, tell the DJ to play some new music.
Like,
I'm
supposed to have some drops.
Niggas don't got no little babe. Oh, don't worry, we can do all that. My boy do all that shit.
We need to get the fix.
Niggas don't hear no little baby, no dub baby. Niggas in here listening to P.D. Pablo. Shout out to P.D. Pablo, bro. I fuck with you, P.D. But we don't want to hear you in the club, though.
We need to retire Dreams and Nightmares. I don't know if y'all hearing that out here. We need to retire Dreams and Nightmares and swag surfing.
Oh, my God.
And it's going to hurt me to say this, but let's do it too. It's a few songs that need to get retired. I mean, of course, R&B Wednesday is what I do is 85% R&B. We do like maybe 25, 30 minutes of what the latest is. But on Friday and Saturdays, when I'm somewhere, I try my best to play the newest shit. But then you also got to blame the DJs, Ryan. I love them.
We blaming the motherfucking DJ.
I love them to death. You'll see some of them about the damn.
Hey, Rec, shout out to Rec. Rec play new music.
Yep.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
My dog
play
do.
new music.
He ain't up there spinning and turning around, but he gonna play some new shit for y'all in there, motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But now the DJs, if you watching No Kizzy with Trizzy, man, we retiring them 3. Start of March.
Please.
Got the February to do them all.
Show. All right, that's a wrap though, fellas. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, brother.
No doubt. Y'all here. That was a little long. Respect.